First thing you start with are these fence pickets. This is just a pine fence picket that I got at a big box lumber store for $1.58. Next, I got this 2x2, 8 foot long, for $2.03, I believe it was, at the same big box lumber store. This is my miter saw that I used to cut the 2x2 into 1 3/4 inch blocks that I use for the corners of the beds. This is what we use to cut our fencing slats with. The fencing slats are 5.5 inches wide. To take into account the thickness of the blade when you're cutting and the wastage that occurs, I decided instead of doing 1.83 inches, which is what I posted on Facebook, that I would do 1.75 inches. That left just a tiny bit on the edge of the last board to clean off, but it's fairly easy to do. So I took the 5.5 inch board and I cut it into 3 1.75 or 1 3/4 inch wide strips. Now I will take you over and show you those. Okay, these are the boards that I've already cut through here. I cut 3 boards this morning. This right here is one board cut into 3 strips. They are 1.75 inches wide. One, that's a half, and this mark here right here is 3/4. The way I see it, Larry says 1.5 inches to 2 inches of water. Anything greater than 1.5 inches but less than 2 inches is sufficient. But I set my saw at 1.75, and this is what I ended up with. Just a touch under. But I get 3 of these boards, 3 of these, out of each fence post, or fence slat, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, when making these beds, the first thing I do is I put the blocks on the short end. This is the 2 foot end. What you do is you just line the block up flush with the end of the board and the top and the bottom of the board, and you take a couple of screws and you screw them in. And there you have your end pieces. And there are my 2 end pieces. And then I attach these to the 6 foot boards, and you have a box. Okay, so I've got my board in place. You just butt it up like that. This is a little more challenging for me because I'm not all that strong, and my board keeps wanting to fall off. That's all there is to it. I'll just go around and do the same thing on all 4 sides, and I'll have a box. I'll be back. And voila, a finished box. Got all 4 corners. Doesn't have to be perfect. The plants aren't gonna care. And yes, it looks a little weird right here on this corner, but that's because that's that dog-eared part on that post. So I put that so that it's down. The next step is to put in a layer of weed cloth, weed fabric, because I don't want the plastic directly on this concrete slab, because this is a rough surfaced concrete slab, not a smooth surfaced concrete slab, and I don't want to mess up the plastic, so I put down a layer of weed cloth first. And then I put in 1 or 2 layers of plastic, and it's good to go. Okay, just real quick, I want to show you. Got a layer of fabric and 2 layers of plastic. Oh, and another downfall to the system, no offense Larry, hope none is taken, is my dog likes to drink the water out of it. I like to take that piece of wood, it's just a scrap piece from where I cut the boards earlier, just to make sure that I get it all the way down, and then I bring it up, fold it over, and staple it. Anyway, I'll do that all the way around, and I do my corners last so that way I can get a nice fold around those pieces. I want to show you real quick how I do my corners. You've got that corner piece. So what I do is I push my finger down in there and get it to the bottom of that board and up into the crease where they meet, and then I do the same thing on the other side, pulling my plastic up and whatnot to make sure that I get it in there really good. Okay, so then you've got this piece sticking up like this. Push this in, so that it wraps around that corner nice and tight. And you've got this piece that sticks up. This is the corner of that post. Take and run your fingers straight from that corner and pull this down, and you'll get like a little pleat. Just fold that pleat down, staple it, and I put one in the middle for good measure. And there you have a nice clean corner. And I might even put one more staple right here at the corner of it, so that you've got this nice neat corner. Works really well. And voila! Through the miracle of modern technology, another bed is finished. Now all I gotta do is figure out where I'm going to place it, fill it full of water, and grow bags. There's another 10 grow bags. Awesome. Grow, baby, grow.